Good morning and welcome to the weekly reminder. I'm Lauren and I hope that you're having a wonderful. Now I got an exciting topic today. Where are my parents? Calling all my parents. It's back to school. I can imagine this is an anxiety and nerve-wracking situation as we prepare for the upcoming school year. And so I just wanted to provide some tips on how to cope with the upcoming school year, just to provide some support for you. So please tune in. So how can you cope as a parent to ensure that you're making the right decision for your kids? The journey back to school this year comes at an unprecedented time in our world. Parents and educators prepare for the upcoming school year and all the changes ahead. And for some, probably most, it is going to be really nerve-wracking. As COVID-19 continues to spread, the summer coming to an end, and the upcoming school year approaches, school districts across the country and in Texas are faced with the challenge of making school happen safely during these times. Parents are now faced with choices they've never had to make before towards their children's education, on whether to send their children back to school or in person or by virtual. While some districts not even offering a choice, but incorporating plans for virtual learning for the first few weeks of school. It's a tough decision whether to have your kids go back to school, in person, online, or a mix of both. Some of you have been assisting your children with virtual learning since March when COVID began, and it has been an extreme adjustment. And I'm certain the resiliency of that adjustment period was rooted in the hope that this would only be temporary. With the additional parental role of having to be a teacher, I'm sure this has also impacted your relationship with your children, for better or for worse. Children are also stressed by the disruption of the world, so we have to keep in mind that they are not trying to be uncooperative, lazy, or negative. Their brains are doing what they're programmed to do in high stress situations, which poses concerns about the overall logistics of virtual learning or homeschooling. Is it realistic for a 2-year-old to sit in front of a computer screen for 6 hours? Will the instructional information be transferred adequately to your child? Will my child fall behind? Having the pressure of being the child's educational, instructional provider full time is frightening. And the biggest question for all parents is, how do I find balance in my fears and my needs as a parent while also ensuring the needs of my child or my children? So here are a few tips for you guys, for parents and caregivers out there, on how to cope ahead. Cope ahead is the idea in which you can anticipate a challenging situation. And by coping ahead, you're allowing yourself in advance to practice what to do in this situation, to prepare. All right. So the first step, or the first tip for you, is to ask for help. Contact your school districts for support during this transition and inquire about additional resources, especially if your child has any additional educational needs. Locate resources that offer tutoring and parental support, from helping with technology to sorting out the curriculum. Also, become familiar with the online virtual platform if you're needing technology such as computers or assistance with internet. Check with your school district for assistance. Also, if you are able to communicate with your child's teacher in advance, and if not, actively communicate with your teacher to get an update on the child's agenda and tasks and expectations for the semester. 2, give yourself grace. Parents, please, you got to give yourself grace. I want to stress the importance of you trusting yourself during these uncertain times. This is one of those things where no one has it completely figured out. So don't assume that you have it figured out. It's okay. Give yourself grace, because we're all learning and adjusting every day. And so we have to take it one moment at a time. 3, now last week was self-care week, and I also did an episode on self-care. So parents, learning how to take care of yourself is important, right? Learning to take care of yourself also breaks generational curses of self-sacrifice and resentment. It's okay to feel overwhelmed, but don't allow it to consume you. In order for you to be the best for your kids, you have to take care of yourself and your mental health. 4, many of you are asking, how will my child adapt to these changes? Parents, be prepared to have the open dialogue, to communicate with your children, letting them know what is to be expected and that you guys are doing this together. You're going through this adjustment period together. Talk with them, listen to their concerns based on their developmental levels. Have that conversation with them because this is going to be an adjustment for them as well. Not getting those social skills that they usually get in person with their peers. And so being able to prepare yourself to have that dialogue with them. 5, manage virtual learning, and also as a full-time parent and employer, here are some suggestions for that. Wake up at least 1 or 2 hours before your kids to start work and to prepare your day. Right now, as we transition out of summer and into this role of school, develop a structured routine, right? Get your children back on a schedule, a sleep schedule, so they can start to learn to adjust to this new routine of getting back into school. Schedule out a time in your day where you can focus on your work and other times where you can focus on virtual learning. Also, ask for help, communicating with your employer about your needs. And I know this may be tricky, especially when, these times of uncertainty in terms of employment, but communicate, have that open communication with your employers so that you can get the support you need from them as well. All right. So I want my parents out there, I want you to repeat after me. If I decide to send my child to school, I am a good parent. If I decide to have my child do virtual learning, I'm a good parent. And if I'm unsure of what to do, I'm still a good parent. You are doing the best that you can in today's circumstances. So parents, allow yourself the flexibility to be prepared for more changes throughout this school year. I know that it's going to be tough. Give yourself grace. Ask for help. Reach out. Communicate. All right. Here are some resources for my parents out here in the Houston area. There will be a town hall meeting tonight at 7 o'clock that will highlight some things that you need to know about the upcoming school year. There will be a panel of medical experts as well as superintendents to answer questions. You can watch the meeting on abc13.com or ABC13's Facebook Live, and you can also submit your questions that you may have. The YMCA of Greater Houston is opening 11 learning centers in the area, which will allow students to attend virtual classes, have peer interaction, and participate in activities while their parents return to work. Please visit ymcahouston.org to register your child or children or to gain additional information about available programming. The $35 registration fee right now is being waived, so please visit ymcahouston.org to get your children registered to participate in these 11 learning centers to help you parents out as you balance work and virtual learning for your child. Also, the Mayor's Back to School Festival presented by Shell will be held on August 7th through the 8th at NRG Park, Yellow Lot, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., where they will be providing thousands of backpacks, school supplies, and masks free of charge for all elementary students. I'm assuming K through 8th grade. Please check out Mayor's Back to School Festival presented by Shell for more information, as well as abc13.com for more information about that. For my educators out there, HEB is offering teachers 15% off in-store coupons to use towards school supplies. To receive the coupon, you need to fill out an online form by August 27th. Please visit heb.com to sign up. Last but not least, The CDC.gov website also has information about back to school planning checklists for parents and caregivers. I hope that these tips that I provided today, as well as resources, kind of give you parents and caregivers some support as you prepare for the upcoming school year. Make sure that you try to cope ahead as best as you can, giving yourself grace, asking for help, seeing what resources are out there. I cannot imagine how tough it is as a parent as this school year approaches and trying to balance so many different things. But I want to give you support. Here at Remind, we are here for you. Please make sure you visit our website at remindsupport.org, for more resources, as well as if you need support as well, please sign up for our online groups that are offered throughout the week that are free of charge. That is also a great helpful resources during this time. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.